Have you ever, wondered if Moonspawn can feel?
Depends on what you mean by feel. Pain, certainly. And hunger, too. Plenty of Moonspawn put up a facade to lure in victims.
Mellie's emotions seemed pretty real to me.
That's still haunting you.
Yes, and before you go off on a tangent, you were right. We did what needed to be done.
But
it still feels wrong. I killed that girl. I haven't slept easy since.
I understand.
Do you? Because the other night, you said it's them or us. That she was a monster despite the memories she retained after becoming a banshee.
During the Eoden War, the Queen employed a great number of Nighthunters. We thought our assignment would be to defend her camp from Moonspawn. Instead, the Queen forced us to break our vows by staining our hands with Eoden blood. The things we did to those people still haunt my nights. So yes, I do know something about trying to find a way to live with myself.
How do you manage?
When guilt overwhelms me, I remind myself that there's good I can still do in this world. Absolution may be out of reach, but I can at least make sure I spend the rest of my days saving lives instead of taking them.
What's that up ahead?
Looks like a merchant caravan.
With just one cart?
Elsben sees many small merchants entering and exiting its gates along the main roads. I'm actually surprised this is the first we've seen.
Dedris, look.
Elise, be careful.
Stay with me now, Henna. Don't leave me.
I ain't gonna make it, Keff.
What happened here?
Bandits. We thought the main roads were meant to be kept safe.
Bandits? At this time of night?
They came out of nowhere, demanded our wares. When we refused, they stabbed my dear Henna and ran off with our goods.
How many did you see?
6, maybe 7. I didn't think to count.
Let me see her wounds. I'm no expert, but I've trained under a surgeon.
It's too late for her.
Quiet yourself. Moonspawn will begin emerging soon. We cannot risk alerting them to our position.
I might be able to do something. If we can just...
Don't get near us!
She's lost a lot of blood. If she doesn't get treatment now, it'll be too late.
Elise, wait. What type of wares did you have?
Dedris, this isn't the time.
Answer me, merchant.
Ale. We were carrying 6 barrels or so.
Strange that there's no residue anywhere on the cart. Nor do I see any way bandits could make off with 6 barrels in such haste.
They took their time gloating and gathering the goods before leaving us here.
Elise?
A wound bleeding that much should have killed that woman in just a few minutes. If this happened that long ago, how is she still breathing?
Because she isn't wounded at all, is she?
The gig is up, Keff.
Guess so. In that case, we'll skip to the end of the performance. Hand over your valuables and we'll let you leave with your lives. Don't get any funny ideas. We've got the rest of our crew hiding in the grass. You're surrounded. Lay down your arms.
Best to make this quick. We'd hate for you to be left stranded in the wild without a weapon. Moonspawn around these parts get pretty hungry, what with how well Elsben is guarded.
I have a different offer. Walk away and no one gets hurt.
Listen to that, Henna. This one thinks he could take our entire crew.
Fara Gale.
He's a bloody Nighthunter.
You made a big mistake showing that fancy, expensive magic, Hunter. Now there's no chance in the abyss that I'm letting you go. Get ready, boys.
I don't know, Keff. Might be best to cut our losses here. Them Nighthunters can do an awful lot of magic.
I can attest to that. Dedris here is well versed in the dark arts. Even if you kill us, you won't be able to do it quick enough to avoid getting cursed. By the end of the week, your bones will be soft as mud and you'll collapse like a slug in the sun.
That was a bit much.
Well, it's all or nothing, yeah? Besides, I think it's working.
I don't want no muddy bones, Keff.
She's clearly lying to save her skin. If the hunter could do that, he would have already.
Take my mercy and go.
Look at that quiver, Henna. It's gotta be full of runic arrows. Do you have any idea what kind of prices those can fetch? We'd all be fed and comfy for years. We wouldn't have to risk our lives scrounging a living off of passing merchants anymore.
Last chance. There's no need for violence.
We should call it off, Keff.
Get 'em, boys!
Come on!
Watch my back, Elise. Strike to maim, but do not kill.
This is a bad time to stick to your oaths.
Which is precisely why I must.
Huh. You ain't such a good shot for a hunter.
No?
Huh?
Watch your left!
Anyone else?
He fights like a wild bear.
You're losing to an unarmed man. Go for the girl. He can't defend her and himself at the same time.
Try it, and I'll stop holding back. I have no desire to claim your lives, but I will do what I must.
Keff, look!
What is it now, Henna? Oh, shit!
It's a rock. Take cover under the cart.
Don't listen to him. Stay on the hunter. He can't fend us all off.
Do as he says if you want to live.
Get to cover, boys!
No! This is our chance. Attack while he's distracted by the moon spawn. I want those arrows.
Are your lives worth the risk? Come after me, and you lose your best chance of survival. The cries of the rock up there will attract more moonspawn before long.
Sorry, boss.
Cravens, all of you. I'll do it myself.
Please listen to reason. I don't want to hurt you.
Then feel free to stop struggling.
Dedris, get down!
Ah!
Keff! Keff, are you okay?
Ah!
You there, girl. He said you were a healer. Can you help him?
After he just tried to gut us?
I have no right to ask for your help. I know. But Keff's just trying to keep us alive. We ain't got anything but the clothes on our backs. It's been that way since we were just kids. We don't know any other way.
He'll just hurt more people.
I can't just let a man die.
Then you better get to work. The rock will circle back, and I sense more moonspawn approaching.
Oh, may the blessings of the Kindler be upon you.
Get his shirt off. I need to clean those wounds and stem the flow of blood. Dedris, is there any poison rocks have that I need to know of?
Their talons possess a paralyzing agent, but nothing lethal. It'll fade within 10 minutes.
Henna, I'll need your help. Just do what I tell you to. The rest of you, listen to Dedris.
Form a circle and brace yourselves. Support those immediately beside you, and trust that the rest will do the same. Do not break formation. Here they come!
Is it over? We survived.
Is Keff going to make it?
His wounds aren't severe. We're lucky Dedris hit the rock before it could carry him any higher than it did. Otherwise, those broken ribs could have been a lot worse. Still, he'll need continued medical attention and at least a week of bed rest.
Thank you so much. If there's anything I can do to return the favor.
Stop.
What?
Stop thieving and killing.
This way of life is all we've ever known.
Continuing down this path will only lead to the deaths of yourselves and your victims.
Your men fought valiantly. You could earn a fair wage as bodyguards or watchmen.
I ain't sure Keff will go for that.
Make him.
Choose to be better. There's enough evil in this world without us fighting one another.
You boys think we can talk some sense into him?
Hey, you bet we can, boss. We'll make him listen good.
Well, there you have it. Not sure if we can change, but we'll try.
Here. Take this.
But Keff said those arrows are worth a fortune.
A fortune divided vanishes quickly. Between the 6 of you, it should sell for enough to start you on your new path.
I won't forget this. I'll make good on my promise. I swear.
See that you do.
Dedris, would you help me get Keff onto the cart? The rest of you should set up a perimeter. Don't wander too far in case there are more moonspawn lurking, but get a lay of the land to make sure we're out of the woods.
Yes, ma'am. What's a perimeter? I think they use it to measure things down south. Oh, that makes sense.
You handled yourself well.
You did most of the fighting.
And you performed surgery on a man who just ordered his men to kill you whilst under siege by moonspawn. I think you should take the compliment.
And you were an excellent teacher. All of those buffoons survived thanks to your instruction.
They are surprisingly formidable, although their lack of formal training is painfully apparent.
Yes, well, at least they managed to stick the pointy end in the right direction.
This one displayed some real talent.
Keff? He barely fought you for a moment before he was scooped up by that big ugly bird.
His footwork was impeccable, and he was using proper stances to advance against me. I wonder where he learned to fight like that.
Huh.
In any case, is there anything else you can treat him with?
Just some herbs for the pain. I'd prefer to monitor him, but let me guess. You want to get a move on.
We've done all we can here. A group this large will only slow our journey to Elsben, especially with a wounded man among them.
I'll give Henna the herbs, and then we can go.
I'm guessing there's no hard feelings, since I'm still breathing.
I wouldn't go that far. If it weren't for Elise, I wouldn't have held back from the start.
Not afraid to get your hands dirty despite your oaths?
I find no pleasure in it, but I've been forced to do it before.
I hear you. I ain't proud of our line of work, but it is what it is. You get it, don't you? The need to protect the people around you. The way the knife twists in your gut every time you fuck something up and get one of them hurt.
Yeah, I get that.
I could use a drink.
Pity that your ale was stolen then. Rest, Keff. I expect you to heal and earn the second chance you've been given tonight.
Ready to go?
If we push through tonight, we can make it to Elsben by noon tomorrow.
And then I can get to saving lives, instead of taking them.
Thank you very much for watching today's episode of Bestiary of a Nighthunter. Thank you very much to those of you who have decided to support this project on Patreon, with a specific shout out to Kyle Datu and Bridget.